Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Dancer's Choice podcast. I'm Riley.
And I'm Dawson.
And this is our 1-year episode.
Woo,
Podcast is a year old.
Aw, she's grown up so much.
How cute is that?
I love that for her.
So, in honor of the 1 year, we're just going to do a good old little catch up. Plenty of big life updates, all the things going around. Lots. And just celebrating the fact that we made it one whole year with the podcast. Cheers to that one.
Woohoo! Cheers.
Woohoo!
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to open up my poppy.
There we go.
I told Riley I was going to pop this on the podcast. So hold on, see if we can just make ASMR with
I did
that
indeed already pop my LaCroix.
while trying to hold.
Okay, if you're watching.
Ready? I can't open it. My nails are in the way. Okay, now we're gonna pour. We have some Chick-fil-A ice in here. Ready? Here we go.
Ice.
That was actually really satisfying listening to that in my headphones. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna cheers.
Cutesy little glass. Wait, I'll switch hands.
Okay.
Cheers.
Here we go. Okay, first update. Riley's engaged.
She's a fiance.
She is a fiance.
So, should we talk about the one time that Dawson canceled a podcast recording?
Yeah, okay, so we're going to give the little story for that. Okay, so we were supposed to record this last week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a whole week and a half ago, I was supposed to record on Tuesday. And Riley texted me, I think on like Sunday or Monday. And I was like, okay, like we're still good for Tuesday. And I mentally was like, I cannot do this. We had game stuff coming up. I like practices like up the wazoo because we have our first game. Well, when this releases, we will have already had first game. But we're getting ready for our first game. And I was like, I mentally am not here to record a podcast. I literally feel like I'm going to pass out any second. Practices up the wazoo. Can't do it. I was like, let's do Friday. Let's do Friday. So perfect. We got Friday on the calendar.
Friday's good.
I was like, I've got nothing going on. This is perfect. John's going to be out of town. So I can just come home, have my little girl time. Perfect. Cool. And then I get a sweet, sweet message the night before on Thursday. I'm cooking dinner and I get a sweet message from one of Riley's friends on Instagram. And I'm like, who is messaging me? And she's like, hey, so this is like top secret, but Riley's getting engaged tomorrow. So we saw on her calendar that you guys were supposed to record the podcast. Can you just like cancel that? And I was like, I canceled on her already this week. And now I have to cancel on her again. And I'm like, this girl is literally gonna be like, I don't want to do this podcast with you anymore because you keep flaking on me. And I'm like, oh my God, you just have no idea. So I had to like cut. And I was like, well, actually, it should be no problem. She won't think anything of it. She's not going to be like, well, I'm going to get engaged because I'm canceling on her. You know what I mean? It's just like, I've done it before. Sadly, I don't have to do it again. So I texted her. I was like, hey, so, I used my practice as an excuse. I was like, oh, we had a practice come up with my line from 6 to 8. Like, I can't record the podcast tomorrow. Like, let's find another time to do it. So we ended up doing it the week later, the next Friday, which is today when we're recording it, because she was going to get engaged and she had no idea. So I had to leave that up and free for Dylan to swoop in and make a cutesy wootsy little plan. So Riley, tell everyone what the agenda was for the engagement.
So first of all, I need to like take a chill pill. I ended up telling Dawson, she was like, I was so scared. Live and you learn. So we were supposed to schedule a recording. Fridays are my chill day. Usually I nanny, I get off, and that was the one day where I was like, we're going to have a night in. We're going to self-care. We're not going to make any plans. Nope. I left the house I was nannying. Ironically, they got back early and they were like, honestly, if you want to go, you can go. I said, okay. My little brain thought, I'm going to go home, finish some podcast editing, go take a cutesy little Pure Barre class, and then chef it up tonight. Nope. I pull out of the driveway and my sister calls me. Background.
Was this on Thursday or Friday?
This was Friday.
Okay.
Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Like I exit the family's driveway and my sister calls immediately. And I'm like, hey, what's up? She goes, what are the odds you're free tonight? I said, actually, it's my one night off. Like, what's up? She goes, okay, perfect. Starts talking so fast, so high pitch. And if you have a sister, it's telepathy. You can just read each other. You know something's up when something's up. And this girl's a workaholic. So if she's talking about work, she's very calm, collected. Immediately, her demeanor changes. She starts saying, okay, so I'm actually on set with so-and-so right now, and we had a girl just cancel on us, and like we flew her in, and she just decided to cancel, and like she's not giving a reason why. And she's like, so we're kind of looking for a brunette to fill in for a spot tonight, like, well, and we're shooting at Radnor Lake, by the way, and I could just pick you up at 4:30. Would that work? And like, I was like, yeah. Immediately, my hands are shaking behind the wheel. I was like, I wasn't expecting this for a while, but this is where my brain is going.
So your brain immediately went to I'm getting engaged?
Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And like, background, this was like a talk, but I didn't think it was happening until Labor Day weekend. Like, that's where my brain was. It had been conversation of a maybe in July. July was so hectic. I was like, let's just get through. He wanted my family there. I'm the oldest of 4. Everyone's going off to college. So my brain was like, up until that second, this was like not in my, what's the word, timeline. I was like, but the way she was talking, and she was like, so I'm going to come pick you up. And Radnor Lake is like a spot that I've gone to Nashville like since I've lived here. So photogenic. So immediately I was like, something's up. And she's like, okay, so now I have to like go run and do some like, I've got to drop off a camera battery to someone, and I need to go pick somebody else up and run a couple errands, but like I'll be to your apartment at 4:30. And she's like, oh, and so is going to call you and send you like more stuff about the wardrobe and the set and all that jazz. And I was like, okay, bye. Pull back into my apartment. I'm like, is this happening right now? Like, had a moment. But I was like, don't embarrass yourself, because what if it isn't, and it just so happens that you actually are going on set for something right now. She works in social media. She works with a couple videographers and managers in like Nashville, and they do a bunch of campaigns. So she told me it was a back to brew Starbucks shoot. This girl is a creative genius, let me tell you. She's in graphic design, so that's where her brain went. She's telling me it's super organic. That's why we're filming it by the lake in the trees.
Nice.
And so then her friend who's running it, calls me and was like, hey, Riley, thank you so much for doing this. Like, thanks for hopping in last minute. Here's the rundown. Like, no logos, very plain, like a denim on like basic shirt. And I was like, okay, well, what about this? And she kept answering, whatever looks cute. I was like, well, do you want more like back to school basic short sleeves? You want layers? She goes, whatever looks cute. I'm like, okay. And I was like, I'll just text Kaylin for specifics. That's my sister. She's like, but please make sure your hair is down and curled so we can notice the difference between the brunette, the blonde, the redhead. I was like, okay. And then she ended the call by saying, I'm going to send you the Ray, and then we can just go over all the talent release form and W-9 when you get here, because it's so last minute. I was like, okay, cool, bye. Hung up, and that really threw me for a loop, because for a second I was like, wait, I think I am going on. Am I going on set? I don't know. Immediately, my sister starts texting me. So how was the call? Do you have questions about wardrobe? And I was like, yeah, what color? She goes, one sec. I'm going to scroll through your Instagram. Start screenshotting outfits I have. Everything is like baby blue and white. Mind you, I was told I had to be organic and be the coffee and like brown, green nature. You want me to wear sandals and a white top?
You're like,
And then mind you, for the girls, I was on like day 6 of not washing my hair.
Oh no.
And so I had like the slick bun. Once again, I'm like, I'm going on. I'll just like throw it into low pony, what have you. And I sent her a picture because she was asking me about this one top. And I sent a mirror picture. And you could see my hair is just greased back. And she goes, hun, I'm going to need you to get in the shower right now. I'm going to need you to clean your hair, do your makeup, have your hair down, and I will see you in 2 hours. And that moment I knew.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, oh my God. Shouted to Katie Baker, called her. I was like, I think this is happening. And she's like getting all excited. She's like, how do you feel? I'm like, I think it's the anticipation that I have to sit in my apartment for the next 2 hours.
And just
know. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get work done right now. I'm not going to go for a workout. I'm told I have to go wash my hair. Basically, my sister walks in, and once again, you have a sister, best friend, she just walked in immediately. It was just like, we didn't have to say anything. I just looked at her. She had a smirk, and I was like, how's it going? And she like really tried going with a bit and then just stopped and looked at me. She goes, I'm going to go take a piss. You're going to touch up your makeup, and we're going to go. And I lost it.
Oh my God.
Fast forward, I literally thought we were gonna pull up and see people there, but like we parked, we started walking up, and it like took us like 5-6 minute little walk up. Turn the corner where it like goes down to the river, and I still was or the lake, and I was still expecting to see like dance people there, and like nope, just saw Dylan standing there, and I was like, this is happening now.
Did you start crying?
I was on an adrenaline shock. I always thought I would cry. I cried aftermath.
Yeah, I feel like that would be me. Like, it would hit me afterwards.
Yeah. And I think I was gonna, like, I almost started crying in my apartment. But then I saw him, I was like, my heart is beating on my chest right now.
Yeah.
It was like, adrenaline high, I could not stop smiling. Thought I was gonna cry, could not stop smiling. The complete opposite reaction.
Yeah.
And so then here we are. Homeboy gets down on one knee. I said, this is not real right now. This is not real. Honestly, you know when you hear everyone like black out? I remember he said my full name, and then I remembered I like paused. I was like, oh yeah, yes, yeah, like shocked.
Crazy. Oh my gosh.
Shocked. And then fast forward, like my two best friends and my like sisters were there, and then they were like, everybody else is at the house getting ready. And so we just like celebrated the whole weekend down at my parents' down south, and food, drinks, all the things. Saying fiance for the first time, holy hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't think that would happen.
Oh my god, it's so crazy. Oh, I am so excited for you and Dylan. Like, it is. Oh, when I found that out, I literally screamed. I was like, and I immediately called John, and I was like, Riley's getting engaged tomorrow. And he was like, okay. I was like, I just needed to tell someone. Like, I don't know who to tell. I just really wanted to tell you. He was the first person I called and told. And then I called my mom and I told her. And
That's
then I was
so
like,
cute.
okay, I'm done telling the people I need to tell. Now I'm just like waiting. And then I texted her. Well, I messaged her friend. I was like, here's my phone number. I need like all the details of tomorrow. Like, I need to know what's happening, when it's happening, like all of that. I just like need to know, because I want to text Riley about it, but I don't want to text her if it didn't happen yet. So I was like, I need to like know. And then I was vacuuming and Riley FaceTimes me, and I missed the FaceTime. So then I kept calling her back, and she didn't answer me. And then I left her one of those like FaceTime voicemails. I don't even know if she saw it.
I didn't. I just saw, I was like, I was driving. I turned off the do not disturb. I was
didn't
like,
even know. Yeah, I didn't even know you could leave FaceTime voicemail. It said leave a voicemail. I said, great, I'm gonna leave one. I said, right, Riley, I'm gonna keep calling you until you call me back, because I just want to look at you and be like, sorry, I had to cancel the podcast. Like, I think your engagement was a little bit more important. So it is just so amazing. But I think it's so funny that, like, because I was wondering, I was like, well, does she have any idea? Like, does she know? And your friend had said that that she had been like gaslighting you into thinking it was going to happen in like November. And so I was like, okay, but like, does she have like, how did Dylan like did he plan this? Is he's like, oh, let's go on a date? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, no.
I mean, oh my god.
Shout out to the dancer pulling the I need you on set.
Yeah, she really like, she won the award. Like, she definitely won the Academy Award for that one. Like,
yeah.
And she like fully like committed to the bit too, like calling you, being like, okay, like we're gonna do this, like I need you in that. Like,
she called her friend and like sent me a rate and wardrobe listing, and like I said, commitment to character.
Yeah, no, she really committed to the bit for that one. So shout out to her. Yeah, for sure.
So take notes.
Yeah, no, it literally like legitimately makes me like scared. Not scared for my engagement, but I just like,
she's got Top Cat practice.
I'm like, I need to know all the details. Like, I need to be the one planning this, because like for some reason my brain goes like, I can't trust that someone's gonna plan this and like execute it properly. So I'm like, I need to plan it, but I know that I cannot plan it. So also it's really bad because everything around me, like everyone around me is getting engaged. Everything on my For You page is all about engagements. We keep watching all these shows about people getting engaged and watching and like getting married, and I'm like, what is the universe trying to tell me right now? Also, John and I are going to the Hamptons. Well, we're filming this right now. We're going to the Hamptons next week. But when this posts, we will have already been to the Hamptons. But we're going to the Hamptons next week, and we're taking a helicopter ride from New York to the Hamptons. So my brain is going immediately to, this man is going to propose to me. But I don't think that's going to happen. That's just me being a little psychotic. But it's like a perfect opportunity for him too.
Bro.
He says it's because it's a faster way to get to the Hamptons than taking a car, which it is.
Fair.
It's fair.
But that just seems a little,
I know, and we haven't looked at any rings. He doesn't know my ring size. He doesn't know what I like.
Ooh, okay. Gonna interrupt this for a second. very traditional in that sense. Me and Dylan never went ring shopping.
That's what I was wondering. Did you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
okay, so you
So
guys didn't go ring
we-
shopping, okay.
I never, like, there would be so many times he was adamant. He was like, can we please just walk in here so I know your size? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I
John
was
doesn't
like,
wanna look at rings.
mm-mm.
He's like he told me, he was like, "I don't wanna." Oh, no, that's really bad. Sorry, I just got really distracted. He said he doesn't wanna look at rings because he just, like, gives it away. He's like, "I don't
Mhm.
wanna go look at rings because then you're gonna just be like, when is it gonna happen?" He's like,
Yeah.
"I just wanna literally throw it off. Like, if
Mhm.
that happens, like, I don't want you to know that it's gonna happen." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't do that."
Traditional man, old school. I like it.
Like,
I mean,
okay,
like,
whatever.
he knew not to get gold, but also, like, I just don't wear gold jewelry.
Yeah. I hope John
That was
knows that
basically
it needs
it.
to be gold, so that's
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
That's all he needs to know.
You don't wear silver. That would be weird.
I don't wear any silver. So if
Exactly.
he gets silver, I'd be like, "Hello?"
He'd be like, I love you, but.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but. And then, like, 2 months ago, he bought a ring sizer off Amazon because he was like, come on, I just want to know. I was like, fine. Like, not knowing that he already had a ring bought.
He just wanted to make
But, like,
sure.
he just bought it to, like, confirm and also, like, throw me for the loop.
That's so funny.
It's like, wow. The plot on, like, thickens.
Oh
The
my
layers unfold.
God.
I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Now it all makes sense when all these things happen. It's like all coming together. That's so exciting. Well, I love that that's the first big announcement that we have for our 1 year. Not
know.
only was it 1 year of podcast, but a year ago, Riley didn't know she was going to get engaged. Here we are a year later. Riley is engaged.
Crazy. And Dawson was somehow a part of it, even though you're in Charlotte. I love it.
I somehow was. Little did I know. You know, something really told me you need to reschedule the podcast to be on a Friday. Something was, I'm telling you, there was something in me that was like,
there it is.
This needs to be rescheduled.
There it is.
It was so perfect.
It was.
So perfect. Well, coming soon, Dancer's Choice Podcast Wedding.
Dancer's Choice Podcast Wedding. The way that immediately on the FaceTime in the car, when I FaceTimed Dawson, I said, so this is a perfect opportunity to get in person. So
I was like, no, like that. Maybe I'll come a little early, but the minute Friday hits, it's wedding weekend. Like it's no podcast. I'm like podcasting live from the wedding reception. I'm like, hey guys, I'm here live.
What's up?
Riley and Dylan's wedding. Just wanted to check it.
I'm like, we could hair and makeup will be done. We could get photos for the pod.
We could get photos for sure. That's like definitely
popping-
something that could happen for sure.
Get my mic while I'm doing my hair.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned for the 2 years.
Seriously. Yeah, seriously.
That's so funny. Okay. Enough about me. Let's talk. I mean, obviously when this goes live, it would have already happened, but tomorrow is Miss Girl's first game day.
First game day, first official full game on the field. We've already had like 2 performances, but they've just been like, we perform for 2 minutes and then we like scooch out of there. But this time we're actually going to be on the field for the entire game because we haven't had a game. So this is our first home preseason game playing the Jets. Fingers crossed we win, but honestly, it's okay if we don't. It's preseason, so it's not really like super duper important. I mean, it's important, but it's not.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't really count. But legend has it that the last time the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, they didn't win a single or they lost the first one, won the second one, lost the third one. Something like that. It was something either they didn't win a single preseason game, or they had like a weird, and then they went to the Super Bowl. So we're like keeping that energy, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's my first game tomorrow, and I'm so super duper whooper excited. We had a full like dress rehearsal on Wednesday at practice. Basically dress rehearsal of like the rotation of the field and like how the game's going to be run. We ran all of our sidelines and our end zone routines and our pregame and our player tunnel and the whole shebang. And so yeah, I'm feeling pretty excited for this game. It's gonna be really good. John and my mom and all of John's family, they are coming to the game. And they're sitting in like the first row of like section like 135, so they're gonna be like legitimately right in front of me during the second quarter. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna need to like not look at you. I'm gonna need to like look all the way up to the 500s because I'm gonna get like so like I was distracted.
Wait, okay, question for you, because I absolutely hate when I can see people and like going from
Mm-hmm.
comp dance, performance, like concert dance
Yeah.
settings where you're dancing but you don't see the audience.
Yeah.
I am so curious to hear
I'm
how
curious
that is when
too.
you only see the audience.
Yeah. I mean, the first
fans.
2 times that we performed, we were in like the middle of the football field. So, like, John was at our first performance and like I couldn't find him at all. Like, I had no idea where he was. It just was like people sitting in the stands because we were in the middle of the field. So, it's kind of hard to like actually see people, but
Distance.
because
Yeah.
distance wise, like I could see that they were people, but I couldn't like see faces essentially. But like this time, we're literally going to be like
right there.
right, like exactly, like there's the seats and then like bloop down, like there's me, so like I'm literally gonna be looking right in their faces. So I mean it's gonna be nice because it's like familiar face right in front of me, but I don't want to like
true.
mess up, so I need to like kind of keep my focus, keep my head in the game, and try not to like let them distract me too much. I don't think they're going to, so it's
No,
gonna be
they
completely fine. But it's gonna be good because my mom will get some good videos and content for me, so that'll be really nice, some nice pictures.
Send it to dancerschoice@gmail.com,
Yes,
please.
yes, 100% good content for the pod. So
Be like
yeah,
calling your mom. Be like, I need this shot, and this shot for real. Thank you.
like a whole shot
Here's
list.
$20.
No, literally. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be a very long day, but it's a 7 p.m. game, which is nice. So our call time is 12:45, and then we
That's
basically
crazy.
like the way the game day runs is we get there, we do a stretch on the field, we do a full game run through with the percussion, which is our like drum line, and the black and blue crew, which is like our hype crew that like throws t-shirts and stuff to the crowd. So we do like a full game run through with them with rotations on the field, run our end zone routines, our sidelines, make sure everyone's good to go. Then we head back into the locker room and we get ready for hair and makeup. So we have a hair and makeup team that comes and does our makeup if we want. But since it's our first game, I was like, yeah, like I'll have someone do my makeup. I'll have someone do my hair. Moving forward, like I'll probably have someone do my hair just because I'd rather someone who knows how to like have a curl hold. Like if I'm going to do curls for that game, I'll have someone do it and probably just do my own makeup. But it's just like first game nerves. I'd rather just like sit there and have someone else do it.
100%.
So then we go back and we do hair and makeup, and then we head out for appearances. So for this game, I was supposed to be on the 53 welcome appearance, which is like not open to the fans. But I was able to get it swapped. So I'm going to be on autographs. Play 60, which is really nice. I got it swapped so that I could take pictures with my family and my friends that are going to the game.
That's sweet.
So, which is, it's going to be awesome. So I'll get those out of the way. I won't have to do them anymore throughout the season.
Good.
At least like pictures. I'll be on autographs again at some point.
That's
but
also sentimental for like first game ever.
Exactly. Like first game ever. Like,
yeah,
that's perfect.
You'll want that picture.
Exactly. So then we go out for those appearances for about an hour, and then we head back to the locker room, kind of touch up our makeup, make sure everything's good to go. And then we head out to the field for the game. And then we're on the field for the 3.5 hours that it is. So
crazy.
Yeah.
How long is a like dress rehearsal run through for y'all? I'm so curious because like
I mean,
you're not
we have
taking
to
into the actual game.
We have to run. We like go out. We do our intro tunnel. We walk out. We go to our pregame, and pregame is like a 2-minute routine. So we'll do the pregame routine, see if we need to make any changes because we do that with the percussion. So it's like there's like spacing and seeing like everyone's in the right spots. And if that's good to go, then we'll move on. We'll do player tunnel. I'm trying to see like on our schedule what it is scheduled for timeline wise. The field rehearsal is from 1 to 1:55, so like almost an hour of field rehearsal. Just because we kind of already did like a full dress rehearsal around in the corners on Wednesday, we don't necessarily have to do like a full one again, but it's just rehearsing like the routines that we're going to be doing, making sure all those look good, making sure that running out to our spots from the end zones into our end zone routine spots, like everyone knows the traffic and who's going where. Because we all have we book and then like music starts.
Sprinting, I'm sure.
No, sprinting for our lives. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely we could do like a little recap episode after the first game just to see how I'm feeling. But I know I'm gonna be hurting on Sunday, but it's kind of unfortunate because on Sunday we have the Pride Parade and I'm in the Pride Parade as well. So
Mm.
I'm just, it's like a full Top Cat
Yeah.
weekend, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my God, I feel like I'm dead on the floor, but it's okay.
But it's okay because you've been praying for this moment.
Yes,
So,
it's
like,
going to be a
you know what?
very,
Yeah.
very amazing experience this weekend, and I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna be like on an adrenaline high, and then Monday's
Yes.
gonna come and it's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be very excited for it, and then it's like the kickoff of the season basically, because then after that we have like, I think we
That's
have 1
crazy.
month until our first non-preseason game, so it's like a good amount of time in between our preseason
Okay.
game and our other one, our normal season game. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this season. I'm excited for the first game, and yeah, it's gonna be super fun.
Crazy.
I
Once
know.
again, a year ago, you had just realized that this is what you wanted
Mm-hmm.
after, like, making it to the final round and then not making it.
It's
And
crazy.
now here we are.
I know.
First game's tomorrow.
It is.
Or
Yeah.
2 weeks ago when we're listening to
Yeah.
this. You know
Yeah.
the drill.
But when we're recording this, it's
When
tomorrow.
we're recording this,
Yeah,
it's
when we're
tomorrow.
recording this. So yeah, no, it's actually so crazy. It is absolutely insane. Like to see like I wouldn't even say the progress, or to see like the growth, because
Yeah.
personally, like dance wise, like there wasn't necessarily any growth. I think it was just more of like a mentality growth, and like where am I going to put all my energy to, which is what I like fully believe. Like you put all your energy into something, like it's going to
Yeah.
come to you, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what I did, and that's what came about it. And though these rookies that are with me this year are so amazing, they like push me so hard, because all of them have worked so hard to get to where they're at.
Mhm.
And in turn, all of us rookies are pushing the vets on the team, and everyone is just stepping up their game this year. It's such an incredible team to be a part of, and I wouldn't imagine me being on any other team. Like seriously, this team is so incredible. Shondelay is such an incredible coach, and I'm very fortunate and very thankful to be a part of this organization. So it's crazy
Yeah.
what happened in a year, but very there's like one word that's like coming to mind, and it's like not coming out, but very rewarding. That's the
Okay.
word. Yes.
I was like fulfilling, yeah.
Rewarding. It's been amazing.
Full
Yeah.
circle moment right there.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Come so far.
I know. So
Also,
crazy.
so while we're on it, by the 1 year, what's happening in the dance world? Talked about what's happening with us. Your thoughts on Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders documentary after talking about all things Top Cats?
Yeah,
I've been
it's
wanting to pick your brain about this.
a lot of people have asked me about it, because they're like, "Oh my God, like I watched, did you watch it?" They're all like asking me like, "Did you watch it?" I'm like, "Of course I watched it. I watched it the first day that it came out. Like I binged it. Of course I did." As someone who's not been in the pro dance space, pro cheer, NFL situation for a long time, I don't have like too many feelings about it, because I am very fortunate and very lucky to be in a program and an organization that is very different from the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader organization. It's just in a different way. It's just run differently. Their organization is great, and their coaches and the people that support them are awesome. The dancers on there are very incredible. But we're just all like we're just a very different organization, and our program is run differently.
Yeah.
But you know, it does make me sad to see some of the things that do happen on teams, and I know that that's not one team that happens to. It's a lot of other teams. Like even just when they were doing like their uniform fittings, and basically like their belly button has to be a certain distance between the top of their shorts to their belly button, which is just like so crazy to me, because for
so
me
nitpicky.
like for me as a rookie going into uniform fittings, it was try this uniform on. Oh, that one's too tight. Okay, here's a different one. Try this one on. Oh, that one. Okay, that one looks good. Here, try this different top on. Like it was trying to find a uniform that fit your body for me, which was really nice, versus we need to tailor this to like it needs to be certain. And I did hear from vets on the team with me that the organization used to be like that, like years and years and years ago. Thankfully, it is not like that anymore.
Yeah.
Our coaches cultivated like such an amazing space for it to not be like that, which is very nice. But that one definitely like really hit me, because I have been in spaces where it is very like body prominent, where we're like, okay, like even just being on the cruise ship, you know, we were take like measurements and weight and figuring all that out. But yeah, it is really, really crazy. And even just like after hearing, like after that show has taken flight and gained
Yeah.
popularity, you know, the girls that are on the team are like on social media, and then they're like talking about the different sponsorships that they get and stuff. And it is
Mhm.
crazy to me to like to see how many sponsorships, because I know what we get for us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very thankful and very fortunate for the sponsorships that we get, but hearing some of the stuff that they get, I'm like, wow, that is absolutely crazy. Like it blows my mind. But one thing I am very thankful for that um docu-series is it kind of does like bring awareness. Like people think that like we do that like as a full-time job. They think that like
Mhm.
being a cheerleader in the NFL, there's a dog barking upstairs. People think that being a cheerleader, and it's Dale, literally, thank you, Dale. Being a cheerleader in the NFL is like a full-time job. Like they're surprised when
No.
they find out that like we all have full-time jobs and this is more like a part-time job. And we always
100%.
say that it's a part-time, full-time job, because even when we're not physically at practice getting paid for practice, we're still practicing at home. We're working on sidelines at home. We're meeting outside with our lines and practicing things, or we're doing a lot of like outside prep for stuff. So it's like a
Uh,
part-time, full-time job. So it is kind of crazy. But I am fortunate, well, not necessarily fortunate, but I'm happy that it is like shedding a light on
yeah.
the pay of the industry, because it has changed a
Mhm.
lot and it has gotten better over the years, but it is still not like where you would think it would be
Yeah.
for something that prestigious. You know what I mean? Because when you
Mhm.
look at the NFL organization as a whole, everyone
Yeah, there's
knows
so much
how
money going in and
much,
out.
exactly. Everyone knows how much those players make. And even the players that are on like the practice teams, or the players that are in preseason right now, and they don't end up making the team, they're still getting paid for, you know, their preseason practice time and stuff.
Yeah.
They all make like a lot of money. So it does kind of shock people when they do
Mhm.
hear how much the cheerleaders make, because they're like, wait, that's actually so crazy. Because
Yeah.
we do work just as hard. We do practice. We do a lot of outside stuff, and we have to fit it into our full-time jobs. And, you know, we have appearances outside of practice and outside of games. Like we will
Mhm.
do a lot of like philanthropy stuff, and we'll go and do appearances, birthday parties, all of that stuff. And, you know, a lot of us take time off of work. We take PTO days. So it does get a
Yeah.
lot um on you, like
Yeah.
mentally and physically, just like trying to fit it all in. But it does like shed a light. So I'm hoping, because of that documentary and docuseries, that like hopefully within the future
Mhm.
it can change something. I don't know if it will, but it is nice that like people are recognizing that now. But one thing that I have noticed is, and I do think this is going to happen, that when auditions come around next season, there's going to be a huge influx of people coming into audition
I could
for
totally
NFL
see that.
teams, like
I could
for
totally see
sure.
that.
I've already seen stuff on TikTok of people like posting like their like prep for cheer auditions. They're like, the Dallas Cowboy documentary has inspired
Yeah.
me so much, like I think I'm gonna go do it. So I can bet that next
100%.
season during auditions is gonna be absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. But it definitely was a great documentary, and you know, I think every team is very different. And I have heard that like the way that things were perceived from that, like from the team side, like wasn't necessarily like what was happening on the
As
team.
always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as
with
always,
just
there was
reality TV.
a lot, exactly. They had to make like a plot and a story out of it,
Yeah.
um but yeah, I know I don't know any of those girls personally, but I know that
Mhm.
they are a team. They do love each other and they're great. And you know, I am happy that the documentary came out, because I do think it does kind of shed a light not only on pro cheer, but just like dance in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think I was about to say, like, number 1, everyone I feel like that brought non-dancers in to watch
Yes.
it because it was, "Oh, Dallas Cowboys," so all of a
Yes.
sudden everyone was interested in watching it,
Yeah.
and how we've talked about in past episodes is, like, people just think you're waving pom-poms. I feel
Mhm.
like the docuseries actually helped people see that, like you said, it is essentially a full-time job and it is full dance commitment as well.
Yeah,
Like
like, we're not just
the
waving pom-poms. We also
No.
don't do, like, cheer stunts. When you hear NFL cheerleader, you
Yeah.
think we're doing, like, stunting and, like, going up and doing all these,
Mhm.
people are flying and everyone's and we're not. We are not doing. I think there's, like, one team in the NFL that does that, and it's the Tennessee Titans. They have a separate,
Yep.
like, cheer team,
It
but
is
they
separate
have
cheer.
exactly. But for the most part, like, NFL cheerleaders, like, we are dancers. Like, we're all
Yeah.
and with some of us do come from, like, the cheer space too, like, 100%, but, like, we don't do any, like, stunting or
No.
any of that stuff or fly, whatever, all of that, but, yeah, we don't and backflips
Yeah.
and tumbling passes, like, we don't really do any of that stuff. So it does kind of, like, bring people to some awareness of that, of, like, oh, people that are non-dancers are
Mhm.
able to, like, see that, which I am very thankful for. I think it's, like, put more of a light on dance in general. So
Yeah.
it is nice to see.
Which I think is gonna be the reason why there's an influx in auditions next year. Even a job I just worked in Nashville, there was probably, like, 4 or 5 girls there that were talking about, like, either they are on Tennessee Titans now, or they're working to try out, or they're flying to, like, NFL pro team auditions next
Mhm.
year,
Yeah.
and they're already prepping for it, and this was in August.
Yeah. No,
And so
people
I
are
yeah.
prepping. They are prepping. Literally,
Prepping.
we talk about it on our team this year. We're like, the people that are coming in to audition next year, they're coming with blood. Like, we were like, oh my God, we are
You're like, "I gotta
we
maintain my spot."
right, like, we gotta step up because these people are coming and they are not taking any prisoners. They're coming and
Yeah.
they're coming for blood. So we're like, okay, we
Well,
gotta
and
step it up. Like, we cannot
it's
just, like, skate
crazy.
by. Our
And
spot is never
no.
safe. Never
And
safe.
no, never safe. But also just, like, everyone's replaceable. Abby Lee Miller. Had
Mhm.
to throw that in there. But, like, also
It's
the
true.
emphasis on how much, like, fitness and nutrition plays a role in
Yes.
these as well. And once again, dance is an art, but also the athletic side of it. Like you said, okay, it's a part-time hourly and part-time pay, but it's full-time commitment because, okay, if you're not at practice and you're not home, you're not your 9 to 5, you're waking up at 5 AM to go to the gym, or you're
Yes.
going in to get a lift because
Yeah.
even if you are fortunate enough to be in an environment where it's body positive and, it's the uniform is meant to fit you, not you're meant to fit the uniform, you're not doing weigh-ins, it's still like you need to have your body you're constantly
Yeah.
in prep season.
Yeah, you're in prep
Every
season.
meal you
Yeah.
eat is like, will this fuel me for practice later? Will this fuel me for game
Exactly.
day tomorrow?
It's very taxing on your body. So, like, you have to just be, like, going to the gym just to prepare for the game day
Mhm.
cardio aspect of it all. Like, you can't just, like, when you're not at practice and when you're not working, you can't just, like, sit around. Like, there are days where I do that,
Yeah.
but, like, you have to just, like, be going to the gym, not for any sort of um outside physical look, but
No,
literally
performance.
for your performance. So that way when game day comes, it doesn't hit you like a ton of bricks and you're not like, oh my gosh, it's literally only the first quarter. I still have 3 more quarters left and I feel like I'm gonna pass out, you know?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we need to do a recap because
Yeah.
I'm so curious about, like, the nutrition of being in that as well because
Yeah.
that's it's not the same as stage performance.
No,
All I know
it's
is
not.
stage performance. All most people know is stage
Yeah,
performance,
and
so the
all I've
difference
known
there
is fueling
exactly.
myself for a 45-minute show. I'm like, great, I know exactly what I need for that.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, oh crap, okay, I gotta figure out how to do this and what my pre and post game looks like how I'm gonna prep myself pre-game, how I'm gonna prep like even like days leading up to the game. Like they keep talking about
Yeah.
what does your days leading up to the game look like? What are your days after the game look like? Like it's crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I've never been in this before. It's always been like 45-minute show. Great, you're done. It's
Seriously.
crazy. So yeah, I can't wait to do a recap on it. So we'll see.
Fat recap coming up.
Yes.
Fat recap coming up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no, I love it. And okay, so now kind of going off. So we had the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders
Mhm.
docu-series.
Yes.
I resubscribed to Hulu because I saw Playground LA released a reality TV show
Yes.
series, what have you. I couldn't watch anymore after the first episode.
I didn't watch it at all. I didn't even know that this was a thing that happened, but I want to hear your thoughts on it because I don't really know
Like
like what it's about.
it's Dexter and Kenny
Okay.
at Playground LA. It's all about how it was built, and it's this hot spot for auditions and classes, and they're prepping for shows. It was the most cringy Like they're hour-long episodes. I had to stop after 30 minutes just to like pull myself together. The first 5 minutes, so like every dancer in LA wants this. It's all talking about sex. How the dancers are all hooking up with each other. Dancers are
Oh.
horny. Dancers are cutthroat. Dancers will kill each other to get a job. I said, "What is like?" Threw me up against the wall. I said, "How are we portraying the dance world right now?" I said, LA. I said, I don't identify with this at all. I
Oh, wow.
like they took it reality TV. It was like Love Island in Playground LA.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So scripted. They were like marking through a dance class. It was 7, 8 dancers. Dexter was taking, and Kenny was kind of literally like 5, 6, 7, 8. It literally looked like Dance Moms, but with adults.
No, I feel like I need to watch this now just to be like, what is happening?
I encourage everyone, if you're listening, go watch the first episode just to like get an understanding of how bad it was.
Okay.
I was like, I'm losing brain cells right now.
Okay.
I was really excited. So I was like, where is this going to go? Commercial dance,
Yeah.
hip hop. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. No. I actually think I was disappointed. And like, I probably could finish watching it, but it was like, think really trashy Netflix dating show meets LA dancers.
Jeez.
I don't know about that one. I think we should have stopped with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders and not dropped another dance reality TV series. If people watch and have full opinions, great.
I feel like there's so many dance reality TV series that like there's another new Dance Moms.
Yeah, what?
The Dance Moms new era. I haven't watched it yet, but I keep like seeing clips on TikTok and people talking about it, and I'm just like, God, like, why did we have to like reinvent the wheel?
I was just about to say, is it 2010 again?
Right. Like, and you know what? Like, Dance Moms is like legendary, and it's like it's ended. We don't need to like bring it back and try and make it better. Like, that's their whole concept is like, I worked with Abby Lee for so many years, and like I train dancers better than her, and I'm also nice to them. And it's like the whole reason why we all watch the show is for the drama of it. So the people are like like Glow is being, who's the studio owner, is like being nice to like the kids and like and being like so, and like talking so highly of them, which is like so great. Like love that. Like when she's reviewing the pyramid, like you were incredible, you're amazing, you're stunning, you're beautiful.
I'm not gonna watch.
Love that. Okay, awesome. But like, and then apparently like the moms are like creating like fake drama like just for like the bit of the TV show. And then there's apparently, I haven't like researched too much about it, but there's also like this whole, apparently like this like Glow's studio like closed down right after the show aired and like owes people money, or I don't know, there's some like weird thing happening. I didn't research this enough to like actually talk about it because I'm just not gonna
once again it's like, okay, this is too much, I'm closing.
But like I just don't know like why we have to like reinvent like a show that already had its like its prime and its fame.
It had its moment.
And it's still having its moment. Like people are still watching Dance Moms. The reunion's a really big thing. Like the girls are like still like being talked about to this day. So it's like they're still relevant. Like I don't know why we had to like bring another thing. It's just like, it's like when they tried to do like Dance Moms Miami, and that like really flopped as well. It was like one season. We were like, just keep it like stick to what works. We don't need to reinvent it. We don't need to add more to it. Like let's just keep it as it is. The show ended. That's it. We don't need to redo it.
Don't fix something that's not broken.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel that way towards So You Think You Can Dance now. Obviously, we're out of like that new season that just ended, but it reminds me of when oh my gosh, what was it, like Stage for Streets? There was like one season of So You Think where they can dance. And then remember when they did the young was it just like kids? So You Think You Can Dance Kids? Or
honestly, once that started going,
Tate McRae started.
Once that started going, So You Think You Can Dance really started going downhill. And then I didn't even watch this past season. I heard it was so scripted.
It was scripted. It was disgusting.
They were like living in a house. I was like, this isn't what So You Think You Can Dance is about.
No.
Like, this is not what the show was supposed to be years and years ago, or what it was years and years ago. Like, And I don't know, people are just, like, trying to, like, do too much. I
Mhm.
fear they're trying to do too much.
And I think I'm gonna say this, you can fill in the lines. I think the show is trying to make up for missing pieces.
Mhm.
Fill in the lines. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
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 Just let it go. Let it go.
Oh, also another thing I'm really sad about in
Mhm.
speaking of dance in pop culture or in the world is that we really were so excited for dance to have its moment in the Olympics.
Oh my, how did we not think about having
We really need to talk about this.
Shut up. Yeah, this is what
I was
okay.
like, yes, we're finally getting representation in the Olympics. Like, we're being represented as a sport. Like, this is so amazing. And now they have already cut it from the next Olympics. They're like, cut
cut
the
it.
tape.
I would cut it. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm love hip hop dance with my entire heart. I got secondhand embarrassment calling myself a dancer last week.
Yeah.
What?
I think they should have made
Who's
a
rolling on the
better
floor?
I think they should have made a better choice in the style of dance that they put in the Olympics, and I think they should have put tap in. My personal opinion,
Oh, that's
I
actually
think they should have put tap because you could still do a tap battle. You could do it like a tap, like a little riff off, or just like tap routine. I don't really know.
wait a
Or
dang
ballroom
minute.
dancing. Like, I don't know. There's like, I think they could have definitely like done something different besides breakdancing.
Okay,
Personally,
yeah, the breakdancing was actually once again, dancer dance. I hated watching it. I
yeah,
was so excited. I was
I
like, yes,
couldn't.
let's go. Huh. I heard people arguing that they're like, they should have put point in. I said, what are you gonna do with point? That is the most artistic. Once again, I'm not shaming that any other dance form is not artistic, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
How are you gonna compare someone's Swan Lake
yeah.
to someone's Don Quixote? Like,
Yeah,
what?
you kind of
No.
can't. No.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, you can judge like technique pirouettes, but like that's really all. Okay, this person did 8, this person did 10, 10 takes home the gold.
Yeah.
Tap though.
I think tap would be kind of cool.
Honestly though, the further we go in this conversation,
Yeah,
I feel like dance
know.
does not belong in the Olympics. I'm sorry. We can
I
say dance is a
know.
sport until the Olympics come.
Yeah, I'm still
But then I'm like,
I'm
is it
gonna
a
stand on that hill that dance physically is a sport, but when it comes to judging in an Olympic way, I
shit?
don't think it fits in very well.
I'm about to
Personally.
swallow my pride and take a bite of
Yeah.
my own, or take a taste of my own medicine, but now I'm like, so is dance a sport? If I'm gonna die
Yeah.
on the hill that dance does not belong in the Olympics is the epitome of sports.
Yeah.
Is dance a sport then? Ooh,
I
I'm
just think
swallowing
it's
my own pride right now.
And
That I'm
like
like
I am
arguing my own
too.
argument.
And I will probably take it back and say I want to say dance is a sport physically.
There we go.
Physically, it is a sport.
Yes.
However, I don't think it is able to be judged in a way that a sport is because
There we
of
go.
the artistic side of all of it.
I can get behind that.
And everyone has an opinion about it and everyone likes different things when it comes with dance. Like, even when I was watching breakdancing, I was like, how are we judging this? Like, how are we
That's what I
judging who
wanted to
gets
know
the
too.
gold? Like, obviously Miss Australia, she did her big one. She definitely did her big one for sure. And I do feel really bad because I've seen that she's like basically like in hiding and like can't sleep at night and actually just like is like not doing well like mentally, which like breaks my heart. However, I like how are we judging? Like, we have swimming. She's swimming the fastest. Of course she's going to get gold.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Which
no one has opinions over basketball. They got the most amount of points.
Right. And there's even with gymnastics, they have a quota. They have like certain things that go into like how you're going to get points from things. Even though it is artistic, certain skills require certain amount of points. That's why I'm like, how are we judging breakdancing? Because like, yeah, there's like different tricks within breakdancing that someone can do, but like in between all of that, like I don't know. I was really excited for a dance to have its moment, but I just don't think we did it right, and we unfortunately are going to never get it back.
Yeah, no, honestly, I hope we don't.
Yeah, I hope we don't.
Sorry to any breakdancers that I might be breaking hearts, but yeah, no.
Yeah. We're just going to stick with our dance competitions and we'll call it a day.
Gymnastics has the execution way higher up there than the artistic. I think like floor
Yeah.
routine, okay, there's some artistic elements in there.
Yeah.
But also not even to the extent that dance is.
No.
And I don't know. I want to know who thought like, let's put breakdancing in the Olympics. Because I got real hype when I heard about that. I was like, yes, go hip hop. Saw it. I said, ooh.
Yeah, then I was like, oh, we really made a bad choice with this one. Bad choice. It's okay.
Yeah. Humbled.
Yeah, very.
I said I wouldn't. No.
Very, very, very much so.
You know what? Maybe we could take it to the Winter Olympics. Try one.
Like, actually,
it's more of an indoor sport.
It's an indoor sport, you know. It's okay. Maybe tap will have its moment in the Winter Olympics.
Tap would be cool, but once again, I think I'm like, okay, too far. Like ballroom,
Yeah.
But then I'm like, let's just have.
I know.
Growth,
let's just keep our dance competitions with dance competitions.
You know what? We've already talked about this before. I'll say it again. The Dance Olympics is UDA Nationals.
It really is.
We can throw in a little tap battle and breakdancing battle in there, and then call it the Olympics, and we'll be good.
We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it to like the World Dance Showcase and all of those little things that happen, and we
can just start pulling up to those a little more and like higher numbers, you know?
No,
who's going?
We'll just leave it at that one. We'll just leave it at that. It doesn't need to be Olympics. It's okay.
That was. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought that up. I don't know how. I honestly think I like blacked that out from my brain.
I think we all are trying to. I
remember I just opened my phone and saw someone rolling like a roly-poly on the floor. I said, what is this?
That literally looked like me when I was taking breaking for when Tina came in to teach breaking. Everyone told me, they were like, that was actually better than Australia. I was like, see, that's really sad, because that was like I learned that like in the first day, and that was like the first day like of us taking breaking. But I did look like Miss Australia during breaking class. It was really hilarious. I was legit rolling on the floor. I was like, whoop, whoop. Okay.
I need to find the video of me doing dolphins across the floor. And we'll put it in like a collage together.
Oh god, it's so good.
A montage of our breaking.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh. I think that's where we have to end. I got nothing else.
Honestly, we did say that dance is not a sport, and I think we must have to end it there.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I need to go sleep on that one.
We're so sorry for everyone that we were like, dance is a sport. We're like shoving it down their throats. We're like,
seize the Olympics.
Actually, I take it back. I didn't think about it. I was thinking very emotionally, but not logically. I'm so sorry about that.
I'm sorry for what I said when I was hangry.
No, that's literally, I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry.
Like,
as a dancer, I do, in fact, take it back. We do not need to be in the Olympics. It's okay. I will sit there and I will support the closest thing possible, aka gymnastics.
Simone Biles.
Yes. Doing the floor routine. Do I think some things in the floor routine could be a little bit better and dancey? Of course.
Yeah.
Do I think they could point their feet a little bit more? Absolutely.
But also, I'm not doing 360s in the air, so.
Right. But also, I will sit there and say, you know what? You had a flex foot in your little switch leap, but that's okay, because you did a flip that I don't know. I don't even know what that is. They said you did six flips. I don't know. It just looks like you were spinning in there.
I couldn't even count.
I'll sit there.
Who am I to say?
You got it.
Yep.
You got it.
I'll watch the reels and be like, go USA.
Yes, USA.
And then watch Katie Ledecky just beat everybody by like 5 miles.
She's like swimming and like crawling.
She's in her own little lap.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Literally. So good.
Just in her own bubble. That's what I want to be.
I know, she's so good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, there we go. 1 year of the podcast. That's what's happening now in 2024. We'll catch back next time.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening in 2025. I'm pretty excited to see what happens a year from when we record this, where we're at.
Dancer's Choice weddings.
Maybe we'll be reporting live from a wedding. Who knows?
I'm telling you, it's a great opportunity to get some episodes.
It is definitely a great opportunity, just not on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'll come a little bit early.
Dawsen, your call time is 4 a.m.
Okay, I'll be there.
Oh gosh. Okay, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up before we say any more things that we should. This is a good chat.
This was good.
All right. Thanks for listening. We got another guest next week. If you made it to the end, we love you. We appreciate you. Make sure you're following the podcast on whatever platform you listen to. Give it a rating, give it a review, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.